Oh, that's not gonna work. But, anywho, we're just gonna start early, because whatever. I was gonna maybe play the new overlay video, but for some reason it's not showing up. Actually, yeah, no, we'll just pass that. We're gonna start a little early. How's it going? We're back with some more DCRL action tonight. We got some Div C action. Obviously, Dracula's Court versus HUZZ Hustlers. Before we talk about them, we're going to introduce the new co-caster, Obese Home Pigeon. What's going on, man? Been a while since I've talked with you.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been looking forward to this season ever since LAN, essentially. Looking forward to getting back into it. Just watched that great Div E game, watched my former teammate Elf go off a little bit. So excited to start the season. Week one's always super fun to see kind of how teams are gelling, kind of get an early look into how teams are performing. So I'm excited.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. I know, obviously, it is week one. It's been emphasized a lot. And so this means it's a lot of first games for almost all divisions. So we're a little bit anticlimactic on the action and stuff. One, because again, week one, so Team Chem isn't fully built up yet. Two, teams are very new. So obviously they haven't really had a lot of time to play together. And then three, I forgot what the third one was. I was going to say something else. I forgot. Stream nerves. Obviously, a lot of these teams are going to be on stream for the first time in a while, or just the first time period. So that's going to be a very unique experience for them. Obviously, stream nerves are definitely a thing. I have felt them personally several times. It's just a matter of taking the time, getting in flow with it. So yeah, no, I'm ready for some Div C action. I think some of these guys are returners, so they have a little bit of experience here. I do know one of the guys that is going to be playing is a new guy. I actually talked with him. He goes to NDSU. Seems like a cool dude. So we'll kind of dive into that here in a second. But I guess anything that you're looking forward to or you want to see in this first Season 7 Div C game?
Oh, I mean, week ones tend to kind of be which teams have played together, because some teams don't play together before the first game, some teams do, but it'll be interesting to see how these teams can gel together, sort of figure out who plays, like how people play together, and it'll be interesting to see which team kind of gels. Hopefully we can get more than just a 3-game series out of this one, but I'm kind of ready to get into these players here.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And as you said, we're gonna get right into these players. But first, before we get into specific players, we gotta go over all the team names and everything, obviously, because this is all our first time seeing these team names. So, as you see here, the Krillers, which would be very, very hopefully that their captain is Krill, I would assume, hence the name. Dracula's Court, which obviously we will be playing tonight against HUZZ Hustlers. Devious Dudes, classic name. HUZZ Hustlers, a lot of double D's and double H's. So obviously Dracula's Court, HUZZ Hustlers playing tonight to see who can become undefeated and defeated week one of DCRL Div C. I'm HUZZ Power. 2 HUZZ names on the season. That's great. Velocity, Theory, and Grand Platts. Grand Platts, I think we maybe have heard that team name before, but Velocity and Theory, I'm interested to see what their whole idea behind the team names were. But obviously, Velocity, you want some velocity when shooting the ball, and Theory, maybe that's their game style. I don't know. What are you taking from these team names?
I mean, that's another underrated aspect of DCRL. The team names and logos never fail to disappoint. It got a lot of good ones here. Usually a play off of players' names, sometimes a play off of a little bit of brain rot, but
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite parts of DCRL. Just seeing what sorts of stuff people come up with is always awesome.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But now the part that you were hopefully looking for, we're going to get into some individual player stats. By stats, we mean, yet again, still big, fat zeros across the board. Obviously, here we're looking at Dracula's Court, for starters. I think I'm going to have them in this game just because I actually talked to one of the guys that just so happens to be captain. It is his first season STN Jammin'. I actually talked to him about doing some potential Club Rocket League stuff, so look out for that. Yeah, SDN Jammin, brand new to DCRL. He signed up, I think, 2 days before signups closed, so that was fun. Second man Dracula, I think he's been around here a little bit, and same thing with MJ. And I've seen his name everywhere because he beat me a few semesters ago at LAN for me to take second place for the second time. So that was awesome. So I have a strong distaste for MJ. I'm kidding. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. But anything you want to say about these guys?
Obviously, it's always exciting to see newcomers and see how they play, especially when you get a newcomer captain. So that's going to be really fun to see. Other than that, I mean, just kind of looking forward to seeing how these guys mesh together in their first game.
Yeah, for sure. We will shoot over to Orange Stats, or not Orange Stats, Blue Stats, which in this case will be HUZZ Hustlers, if you want to kind of discuss about them for a little bit.
Yeah, so you see Rickamus and Raptor there, two already established players, and then you get King Tootsie, a little bit of a newcomer there, but one of my DSU guys, I play with him a lot. He's a pretty mechanical, so I think he'll be a solid third man. HUZZ Hustlers are going to be who I'm personally going with in this match. Again, week 1 is hard to predict anything, but I'm going to take HUZZ Hustlers partially to oppose you, partially because it's got one of my DSU guys on it, and again, I'm looking for a great game. Hopefully we can get a game 5. That would be amazing.
Yeah, no, a game fight would be desirable considering, you know, the pre-existing matches. Not saying that they weren't interesting. They were very good to kind of clock out and see what teams need what kind of improvements do they need. But we need content, man. We need content. We want to be excited everywhere, boom, all at once. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to this game. I'm going to start maybe inviting them, see if they want to start a little bit early here, because again, I didn't take into account that we don't have any stats to talk about, so there's not much for us to kind of, what was it, time consume with pre-game for this. So we're gonna get these guys invited. Hopefully they join up here soon. Maybe we can get this game started a little bit early. We're gonna tell them to invite their teammates if they are able to. Looks like we got one joined up in this party. Well, you said you're going with HUZZ Hustlers. How many games did you say?
I'm going HUZZ Hustlers in 5. Another thing, if you're to pay attention to the draft stream, they were the second team as far as DCRL MMR goes. If you're into that sort of thing, I mean, that's the only stat we really have to go on these days. So if that's anything to be believed, HUZZ Hustlers is going to be one of the better teams in this division, and I'm going to go for them in 5.
Yeah, for sure. Again, I'm going to have to oppose you. I'm going to go with Dracula's Court. I think I've seen Dracula play before, and he seemed like he was pretty good. I want to say he made an okay-ish LAN run last semester or something like that. But yeah, no, I'm looking to see what this competition is. Again, I'm hoping for a game 5, because I think that's what it could be. I didn't really take a deep dive into these guys' ranks, but again, I'm hoping that these guys can, you know, really knock some stuff out, get some good, nice little plays here and there, and give us some entertainment on the backside of things. Yeah, I'm going to try to get these guys all invited. Maybe looks like I don't really have too many of these guys on my what's it called? Thingy, so we're gonna try to get people invited. So yeah, any other remarks you want to say before we hopefully get these guys all added into the party?
I mean, I think especially with Div C, it's gonna be a really competitive division. I mean, every division's competitive in their own right, but I think Div C, when you look at kind of the range of ranks, everyone is so close in that sort of like low GC to like champ range that I think Div C is one of the more competitive divisions in general. It's really hard to tell who's going to come away from any matchup. So it'll be fun to see kind of the Div C competition here, especially coming from Div E. I love Div E, but it's going to be fun to see a little bit more high-level gameplay here.
Yeah, no, I will say Div E, I think it's a lot of who can hit the ball most consistently. I feel like it's in that area of things. So if Div E guys can focus on just getting good crisp shots on the ball, they're gonna dominate. Even like defense, obviously everyone can improve on defense, everyone can improve there, but consistency with shots here. Div C, figuring out rotations is the big thing, as well as backboard defense. Backboard defense was my team's saving grace back when I was in Div. God, what was it? I want to say 4 semesters ago now. That was a thing that really stood out with us. We were very good with rotations, backboard defense, clearing it, and getting rid of a lot of pressure. So that was our kind of saving grace, I'd like to say. So, yeah. But besides that, it looks like we're slowly getting people in here. I gotta see who's all in. He's not in here yet. Hopefully we get a few people in. Looks like we're still waiting on one person. One more person. I don't know who, but somebody is being waited on. So while we wait for him, I guess if you can keep an eye on that. I'm going to try to get some last little things set up here. Make sure everything's all good to go with the cams and all that jizz. Jazz. I don't know why I said that. That was... Oh, God.
Whoa.
That's not good.
All right.
That's not good.
Off to a great start here,
Oh,
week 1.
boy.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. And predictions. So I have Dracula's Court going in 5, and Obie's Home and Pigeon has him going in 5, but for HUZZ Hustlers. So yeah, that is predictions for the game. So who we wait?
I think we might have everyone in the lobby.
We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh no, we're missing one.
Yeah, we are missing one. So we gotta get somebody else in here. I don't know who. I gotta see. Dracula's in here. MJ's in here. I don't know who that is. Rickamus.
That's Tootsie is Jolteon there.
King Tootsie? Okay. Invite. Okay, we're gonna hope that he gets in here soon. I see him in cams. Looks like he's waiting. Oh. Who are we waiting on? I think it's jamming. Anyone? Oh, do we have this guy? Somebody has to invite him, man. I don't have him. Looks like we're waiting on jamming, it looks like. I think.
This is one of those week 1 things, and this kind of tells me that Dracula's Court hasn't played together yet. So it'll be interesting to see how quickly they get their team chemistry rolling, stuff like that. And so, again, we'll see. It takes some time to mesh. That's why I'm hoping we get a Game 5 series, because the game should get better as we go on.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like Jammin just joined, making sure that everything is all good here. Oh, we're waiting on something.
Always says wait.
Might be playing the pumped up playlist or something like that. We're gonna wait.
Gotta lock in the tunes for the game.
Yeah, honestly. Okay.
Are you a music while playing, or are you just a game sound guy?
It depends. I'm usually just no music, just raw dog in the game, if you will. Yeah, I don't know why. I've never been Okay, looks like these guys are all ready. I'm assuming so. Make sure one last time. Sorry for the unfortunate delays.
In fairness to them, they're just making it so it starts right on time. 9:30, just the time
Bingo.
that they wanted to start, and we're approaching that right now.
Okay, we're just gonna start it up. Hope for the best. Because that's what we do here at DCR. We just hope for the best. Isn't that right?
Absolutely. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Indeed. As we get game number 1, hopefully slowly kicked off here. Everybody is joining in. We're going to go out and hope for the best here. Obviously, I'll have to fix some stream overlay stuff, so if you could talk over that, kind of narrate everybody what's going through in this game 1.
Yeah, absolutely. So MJ's going to make a great save there right away Twitch Jammin is going to clear it. Rickamus keeping the offensive pressure on for HUZZ Hustlers. Cleared away to Majestic Raptor here. Raptor is going to kind of let MJ take it off the corner. Raptor pre-jumping, gets a hit. Going to try to center for his team, but Dracula's there to shut that down. Raptor still on the ball, though. Has a chance, has some time. Got a one-on-one situation. Can't quite get the flick he wants. Jammin's going to clear it out. Raptor still kind of staying on the ball. Now he's going to get out. We're going to see some offense from Dracula's court here.
Indeed. Gets him. Dracula's court pressure going back the other way. MJ is going to go for a catch here. Passes it back to Dracula. Good play from him. Dracula going for a bump. Is anybody there to capitalize on this? Little awkward touch coming up from Rickamus, but is able to get the 50 on MJ. I'm seeing a lot of, so far, some decent plays on both ends of the ball here. Whether it's, trying to get a passing play, setting teammates up for success. Which, I mean, bold take here. Looking better than the Div B action that we saw earlier. Just setting up team plays and everything else. Don't come at me for that, but as of now, it's looking like that.
Absolutely. These teams have looked fluid and really on point impressively for the first minute of the first game of the season. We're going to see Raptor try to set something up, get something going off the corner, takes a nice bounce, Jammin with no boost, going to try to clear it away. Can he get a second touch? He does. MJ there to get a little assist there. MJ going to take it up the wall, try to set something up for his team. Is anyone there? No. King Tootsie going to try to get it out of his corner, does a little bit, but Jammin's right there to keep that pressure on. Raptor's going to try to clear, can't get it around Dracula. Rickamus going to take it away.
Nice little 50. Thank God Majestic was there, or Raptor, I suppose, was there to get that one out. That one going right towards their net. You see King Tootsie get one to the sidewall, puts it off the sidewall. Jammin is going to take this one over. Goes for a reset touch, it looks like. Dracula going to go for a pass back. Jammin is up, but is 50'd away by, I want to say, Rickamus here. But nope, that was Raptor. Bingo, what a shot from him. 250 in the game, getting themselves up one goal.
Way to capitalize on an opportunity. Low boost, puts it right where neither defender could get to it. Nice way to start for HUZZ Hustlers there. Again, a lot of great offense from both teams. Both been playing really well. We'll see if Dracula's court can respond here.
Yeah, for sure. Again, they still have plenty of time. You have over half the game left. No need to, take pressure into account here. As we see a great great bump coming out from, I forgot who that was here, but just a good 50. Great center pass from King Pussy. And shout out Raptor there for being there for the second goal.
Absolutely, and great team play. Everyone touches the ball, sets it up really well for Raptor to just capitalize on a wide open net. As we got a little bit of technical difficulties going on here. Someone's having some trouble with their controller connecting.
Yeah, I have no idea. Okay, it looks like we're good. It looks like we had a controller disconnect. Just went back to the thing there. We're going to reset to 245. I guess just make it even on us. Actually, we're going to go 241. Same thing. Restart from kickoff. Okay. Unpause, resume. We'll get back to the gameplay here. Okay.
Awesome. Can't have a DCRL stream without a little bit of scuffage, but we play on, we move, and Dracula's court going to take advantage of the opportunity they were given and get on the board here.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly happened there. Somebody didn't go and kick off or whatever, but just looked like an easy play for them. I don't even know what happened.
I mean, I guess we're just going to roll. A little bit unfortunate for HUZZ Hustlers, but again, they did get that 2-goal cushion, so they're kind of okay still. Dracula going to try to take this off the corner, get a little bit of offense set up for his team. Jammin off the backboard. This net's wide open, and MJ's just going to take his time and put it in.
Indeed. Yeah, no, I don't even know what happened there. I don't know if somebody went on the kickoff. I don't know. Cause I mean, I did click reset. I wasn't necessarily watching because I was flipping between the overlay and everything. I think we might just have to play
I think
it out,
maybe
but...
I mean, we essentially got a tie game with half the time left. I mean, it's a little bit unfortunate, but I do think that HUZZ Hustlers got a goal off of the controller disconnect. So I think all things considered, we're still pretty even here in this game one. And again, we're still a tie game, still anyone's game, and it's a 5-game series at the end of the day. Rickamus going to try to set something up for his team. Raptor going to try to follow that up, gets a nice hit off the corner. Can he get another touch? He does. Is wide open for Tootsie, but what a save by Jammin.
Indeed, great great save by him. Just good rotations. Looks like we have some bumps coming out here. Jammin trying to get something going, and oh my god, what a touch from Jammin. Midfield little flick around the defender to put them up.
Holy moly, and Dracula's Court finding a lot of newfound life after the reset here, scoring 3 unanswered. We're going to see if HUZZ Hustlers can get a little mental reset and try to regain their composure here.
Yeah, indeed. Again, I almost kind of feel bad because I don't know what exactly happened, but that's in the past. It was only 1 goal, so I guess, and like you had said, it's a 5 series game, so we will see exactly what happens here. We see a center coming out here. This might be an open net opportunity if Raptor can maybe get a good touch. Good flicker on 1, but MJ is able to get the 50 on that one. This one's going to go off the sidewall. Somebody has to get a touch here. Great pre-flip coming up from King Tusi to get that one away from his net. Dracula is going to go missing. STN jamming. Try to be up. MJ is going to go for a mid-touch here. Rickamus is off the backboard to clear it away.
Absolutely. This ball, Dracula's going to keep it mid, pop it up for himself. Try to get it past to MJ, couldn't quite connect there. Raptor is going to try to take it off the wall, moving a little slow here. Pass mid to Rickamus, going to send one on, but MJ's right there. Gives it right to King Tootsie, but gets a nice 50 there for MJ. Rickamus keeping that offensive pressure on, going to try to get something going off the backboard for his team, and MJ shutting all of that down. MJ's been playing really good defense this game.
Indeed, I will say, MJ, remember the season that he beat me in the championship? You saw him and his teammates in the general VC all the time. So I feel like he's going to be a really big incentive for this team. And what a shot from Rickamus! What a 0-angle goal to tie it up.
An absolute slot. Kind of no one was there. No one was expecting it. Puts it right where it needs to be. Beautiful shot there from Rickamus, keeping his team in the game. 29 seconds left, and we got a tie game, 3-3. Maybe we get an overtime.
Yeah, indeed. And I just noticed that one of the links is loading up. I think that was actually the guy that just left the cam. So we'll try to get his cam up and running here, hopefully. Bingo, there it is. But 17 seconds left, tied 3-3. MJ is going to try to get something center for his teammate Dracula. Doesn't quite get it. King Tusi there with a teammate. No touch. Dracula is able to clear it away. Stays with control, pops it up over King Tusi. This one's going to go off the ceiling. Will they just kill it? No, Rickamus is going to take this one up. Trying to get something going here. Dracula with a touch up. Can Raptor get around it? Not quite. Jamming. Kills it, and we got an overtime in game 1.
Awesome to see an overtime game 1 here, especially after all the chaos we've had. Any team's game still. Raptor could try to take it up. Dracula dunks it off him. That goal was open. A little bit unfortunate placement from Dracula. Jammin going to try to get a center. Tootsie clears it away right to Rickamus. See if Rickamus can get something going. MJ puts a stop to it early. Tootsie on it. Can't get it around MJ. MJ with a beautiful 50. Setting up a good opportunity for Dracula's Court here. Raptor going to try to keep it in the corner. Does. Tootsie's going to take it up with no boost. MJ with a beautiful 50. Is anyone there for Dracula's Court? No, and Rickamus is going to take it.
Indeed. Nice little clear out to Dracula's Court half. HUZZ Hustlers looking for a little bit of offensive pressure here. Raptor is going to get a 50 with Dracula, but Dracula does get it back over to their corner. No boost. Jammin is going to be on. Rickamus with an awkward touch. Looks like Jammin might go for something. That's just an open net! And the HUZZ Hustlers seal it in overtime in 50 seconds.
What a game from Rickamus, putting his team on his back. The little bump from King Tootsie there, sending it over the entire Dracula's Court team. Way to bounce back for HUZZ Hustlers after giving up 3 unanswered goals after the reset, and what a game 1.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, HUZZ Hustlers did have a little bit of confusion there for a second there, and they were, kind of able to wag that off, shake it off, and come back in the clutch. Taking their first series, or taking the first game of the series, we see 2 goals split between Rickamus and Raptor, and King Tusi just kind of there as a backup support. Janet looks like he put on one heck of a show with 613 points. Love to see it, especially for a newcomer to DCRL. I hope he can kind of incorporate his teammates in with his passing plays, because it looked like he was making a bunch of very, very good touches. Just nobody was there to support it. Obviously, he had the one really good touch. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to this whole series, because it looks like both these teams are very, very evenly matched.
And one thing that was jumping out to me there was HUZZ Hustlers had significantly more shots on goal than Dracula's Court, which for me is usually a good indicator of who's going to win a series. If a team's putting on constant offensive pressure, that gets really hard to deal with.
Yeah, I was going to say, defensive walls are very, very strong. And oh my god, what an almost top bin shot coming out from MJ, I want to say that was. But like you had said, I mean, defense can win games, but every defensive wall crumbles eventually. You can't always rely on just defense, and part of that is just the number of shots that a team can put on consistently. If you're putting on a consistent amount of shots all the time, you're going to see a lot of good stuff coming from that. As you see Jammin almost balling up the entirety of HUZZ Hustlers team. King Tussie is going to come in with the clear. MJ trying to get a touch back over, and HUZZ Hustlers are just on the defense right now.
I was going to say, as I've said that, Dracula's court has had pretty much non-stop offensive pressure here. Tussie's going to try to put an end to that. Raptor does. Takes it to the corner. Tries to get it around MJ, but can't. MJ's going to try to take it the other way. Pops it over Raptor, but can't get it around Rickamus. Dracula takes it away from Rickamus, but right to King Tootsie. Opportunity if Rickamus could have got that bump, but he couldn't. Jammin going to try to take something up off the wall here. Gets a touch, but can't get it around Raptor. Raptor's going to try to take it. Rickamus going ahead. Can he find him? Oh, that pass just a little too far for Rickamus.
Indeed, Jammin almost trying to get something off the wall here, but it's just bumped, unfortunately. Raptor is up. Gets a touch around one. Can MJ or somebody make this save? Jammin is going to be there to make the save. He's going to camp on the back boost. Unfortunate backflip coming up from Raptor. This one's going to be tall and awkward. Rickamus is going to take control on this one here. Jammin looking for a center pass. Does get a double commit. Is anybody going to be back? MJ is able to cut that rotation. This one's going to go hard up the ceiling. Who's going to be there to capitalize on this one? Pinch ball, almost right behind Tussie, but just wide left.
Jammin going to keep that pressure on, hits it to the corner, going to try to get something going. Tootsie's going to hit it back mid, a little bit unfortunate there. Dracula's going to keep it in the corner. Rickamus has some space to work with, gets it around one, can't get it around Jammin. Tootsie up, does get it around Jammin. Opportunity here for HUZZ Hustlers. Rickamus, one touch, kind of sitting awkwardly in the corner. Dracula expertly sends it away though.
He is going to take over. He has boost to do something cool. He's going to go for an aerial bump play, but Jammin plays a great defensive stand there with no boost. Ends up playing the cut. Let's see what he does here. Gets a pop and flick around one. Looks like he's going for an aerial demo. Doesn't quite get it. Dracula able to center this one. Can he make the defense awkward? Oh my god, what a doozy from Dracula! Putting their first on the board.
Oh my goodness, doing it all himself. What a beautiful play from Dracula, getting there before anyone on the HUZZ Hustlers defense could react to it. Beautiful play there from Dracula to put his team up 1-0.
Yeah, indeed. I honestly didn't expect that. I thought he was going to go for a pass mid, but he says, nope, I got this all by myself here. As you see, he's going to get a flick around one. This might be an open out opportunity, but Rickamus is able to capitalize off of that bump play coming out from Dracula again. Let's see if anybody can get here before whatever. HUZZ Hustlers, who's going to be on, tries to get something going here. Raptor gets the fake around one. Jammin, that's going to be a pass over to MJ, but MJ just playing a little bit too close. That could have been a really good offensive stand for them. MJ going for an air dribble play, but it's 50 by Rickamus.
Absolutely. Raptor going to try to take it away. Jammin keeping it there. Tootsie gets the save, gets a demo for his efforts. Raptor, though, going to try to get on the ball. Rickamus there, puts a shot on target. Is that in? No. What a save from Jammin. Raptor going to try to turn. Jammin gets it around him with no boost. Tootsie on ball. Going to see what he can do with no boost. Can't get it around MJ. Raptor up to Tootsie, but Dracula intercepts that. Jammin already up, gets a nice hit towards the goal, and Rickamus going to send it to his corner.
I will say, one thing that is standing out is Jammin's ability to just make touches and play make. It seems like he's just been everywhere on the ball. I mean, obviously, looking pretty good and very confident for first time being in DCRL and being a first-time captain in both seasons. So I'm looking forward to see what he can kind of cook up throughout this season as we see a little bit of pressure coming out from here from HUZZ Hustlers. And he's going to rotate back, going to play on backboard here. A good play by him, and he gets the clear.
Almost a great shot opportunity from Jammin. Gets saved by Raptor. Raptor's going to try to take it. MJ's going to keep it in the corner. Raptor's still on it. Gets kind of a weird pinch there. MJ can't quite get to touch this ball. Kind of floating awkwardly in Dracula's court's corner. Raptor going to try to get a center. Dracula shuts that down immediately. Rickamus back up on the pressure. Gets it up, and Jammin's right there to shut that down. Tootsie gets one up on backboard. No one there from HUZZ Hustlers to do anything with that. Raptor in the corner with the boost. Gets a pass. Is anyone there? No, and Dracula's going to take it away.
Dracula looked like he got a double commit to come out here. Jammin is going to try to play on this, but is touched away by Dracula. Jammin still playing up off the sidewall here. Rickamus goes to flick around one. MJ does get a 50. He's going to go for a bump. Awkward read from Tusi. Does get it, though. This one might be center. One little shot of hope for them. And what an angle from Dracula! Unneeded, but holy cow!
Dracula having himself a game, evening up this series for his team. And, man, both of these teams have looked really sharp. Just a great series, I think, is shaping up here.
Yeah, holy cow. What a offensive presence from these guys. My goodness, what a flip around, especially losing an overtime last go. Looks like I left the party or something. I don't even know what happened. Let's hope I can still do this thing. But Jammin, 490 points, 4 saves, doing everything on defense for his team. And cough, cough, MJ with this Snell match. I think that's like the 5th one of the night, which is crazy. Great turnaround coming out from Dracula's court.
I can't believe MJ had a Snell game because it felt like he was getting important touches when he needed to. I think we're seeing Dracula's court's defense really excel in both of these games. I mean, HUZZ Hustlers had one more shot than Dracula's court did, but Dracula's court wins 2-0.
Yeah, indeed. And, I mean, like I had said earlier, it seems like both these teams are very, very comparable in skill. So I'm looking forward to see exactly what happens there as we kick off game number 3. Again, I'm looking at STN Jammin again. I know, like I said, we had talked about some NDSU Rocket League stuff earlier, and actually got him to sign up about 2 days beforehand, and he was talking about his rank, and I was kind of surprised that he went as low as he did. So there is a chance that maybe he is a pretty high-ranked captain, but again, first time in DCRL, who knows how it goes, but looking forward to see what he can do this season.
And I mean, him and Dracula so far have been a dynamic duo in this series. It's just been awesome to watch. Jammin locking it down on defense and getting great touch, and Dracula just with the offensive presence putting in those 2 goals last game. Here we see Rickamus going to try to start something for his team. That's an opportunity. King Tootsie couldn't quite get there. Dracula going to take it up, hits it wide. MJ's got an opportunity, but Rickamus sends it far. Dracula going to keep the pressure in the corner. It's really awkward. Tootsie finally able to clear it out. Gonna pass it up to Rickamus. Rickamus gonna try to get it around Jammin, but he can't do it.
Indeed, Jammin still with the 50 here. MJ, unfortunately, goes for the clear right in front of him. Makes a missed touch here. King Tootsie looking for something. Clears it back into his corner. Rickamus is gonna take over. He gets demoed for his absurds. Dracula trying to get a touch here. Bumps a goalie. MJ looking for a center ball here. Does get it. Stan Jammin trying to get something to go here. Doesn't quite get the touch, though. Rickamus is going to take over. He gets 50 by Dracula early on. Great read from him. MJ is up. Fake ball on Raptor, but Rickamus is going to take it and clear it back over to Dracula's half.
Raptor going to try to set something up. Rickamus can't quite get there. Dracula on it with no boost. Doesn't get the touch. Jammin's going to get the touch. Rickamus is there. Jammin couldn't quite get the read. Rickamus up. MJ keeps it on the offensive pressure. We're seeing Dracula's court with a lot of offense. Some pressure here. HUZZ Hustlers need to get it out of their half pretty quick here. Dracula trying to set something up, can't quite get the touch. Jammin does, but MJ gets bumped out of the way, not there to capitalize on the pass. Raptor gonna get caught awkward. MJ keeping that offensive pressure on. Is anyone there? King Tootsie's able to keep it in the corner.
Dracula gets faked out once by King Tootsie with no boost. Jammin is going to be on the ball, looking for a flick or something here. Clear, pinches it to the corner. He's going to stay on, maybe looking for a center pass to his teammate Dracula here. Dracula is going to be on, but is 50 up and high. MJ stays on the ball. Can he get something mid here? Raptor is going to be on, gets a 50 with him. Rickamus, holy pinch ball back to Dracula's half. And Raptor gets a 50 back over to Dracula's corner.
Absolutely, this ball hanging there, kind of awkward. Tootsie with the pass, but nobody there from HUZZ Hustlers to capitalize. It's Dracula up and across. Jammin's there. See what he's got. Gonna get it off the wall, but nobody there from Dracula's court to do anything with that. Rickamus can't get it around Dracula. This offensive pressure for Dracula's court continuing. This ball hanging over middle. Raptor's able to clear it away before anyone from Dracula's court can get there. Rickamus gonna try to keep this out of the corner. Does. Gets it around Jammin. Opportunity here for HUZZ Hustlers here. Rickamus going to try to set something up for his team. This ball floating middle. Rickamus with an extra touch. Raptor was up for that pass. I don't think he was ready for that extra touch.
Yeah, indeed. And oh my god, this is an open up and nobody's there. Dracula just hesitated on the turn just a little bit. Demos one, goes for the demo on second. Stan Jammin puts a laser near top bins, giving them the lead with 1:38 left.
Man, this Dracula's court pressure this game has been relentless. Rickamus left in the goal, and just a great shot there to put it where Rickamus can't reach it in time. Dracula's court looking really strong after dropping game 1.
Yeah, indeed. I will say, game ones, I mean, I've said it a million times, I'll say it a million more. Game ones are typically just those feeler games, seeing exactly how their defense and offense operates. And oh my god, Stan Gemma going for a double tap. Almost gets it to go, but just put it on a little bit too steep of an angle. What is this guy on?
Man, that would have been maybe play of the night. That was awesome. Couldn't quite get it though. Jamming right back on the ball. Gets it over Tootsie. He's got it. Can he get it around Raptor? He can. Gets it up. Raptor's able to make a nice touch to prevent a disaster here. Dracula up. Gets a shot on. Nice save by Tootsie, but a little bit of a triple commit there coming out from HUZZ Hustlers. Tootsie going to try to get it out of their half with no boost. Can he get it around? He gets the mid boost. Gets it around 1. Rickamus keeping that pressure up, but nobody there from HUZZ Hustlers to capitalize on that pass.
Indeed, MJ is going to just opt for taking the boost here. Dracula is going to go for a shot. This one's going to pop up weird. MJ puts it a little bit high. Maybe a center ball attempt here. Bumps one defender on his way out. Raptor is going to take over. Rickamus takes over instead. Dracula does get a 50. Keeps it back over in HUZZ Hustler's corner. Dracula is going to be up. Goes for a center pass. Stan Jammin is there, but doesn't get the touch that he's looking for. Looks like Raptor's going to go for a demo on the last man, MJ, but MJ plays great defense. Able to put that one back towards the wall, relieving the pressure from Dracula's court.
Man, I mean, Dracula's court, their rotations have been really good. It's made them have a lot of offensive pressure, but then when they do flip on defense, they've been able to take care of the attack quick and start their own. As this game going out, and that's going to end game 3, Dracula's court is going to take a 2-1 series lead here.
Yeah, indeed. I don't know why the thing reset for whatever reason, but Dracula's court is winning 2-1 games right now, so Dracula's court is on match point, best of 5, and MJ, you got to do something, man, bro. Like, I think this is the second Snell that you've had this series, and I think last game you also had, like, not as many points, if not a Snell. I wasn't really paying attention, but like to see more from him. Although I will say he has been doing a decent about it, like oh my god, words are hard. A decent bit of stuff. He's making the touches that he needs. He's making, the center balls that he needs to. Just it's not really being documented.
He has absolutely had much more impact than those snow games would have you believe. And as I was talking about the offensive pressure game 1, we've seen Dracula's court have all of the offensive pressure essentially. I mean, HUZZ Hustlers can't even get it out of their half, much less get a shot on goal. It's been kind of ridiculous to watch the turnaround from game 1 to the last 2 games.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. Again, I think that game 1 was just a feeler game. See how these guys operate here. And MJ missing the open net. Jammin does come in, and Tushy does get that save off of like 2 open net attempts here. But yeah, no, I mean, I couldn't agree more with you. Dracula's court really turning it around after that second series and, taking advantage of their rotations. I feel like the rotations are not only slick, but clean, except for that one point where Rickamus caught them off guard, giving themselves an early lead.
Unfortunate touch from MJ. Rickamus, the only one there to capitalize on that hit, got himself a wide open net out of it. Great start here for HUZZ Hustlers, and they need this game to keep their series alive here, so you couldn't have asked for a better start for them.
Yeah, indeed. Looks like we have a little bit of offense pressure going for Dracula's court. This is going to be high. Can Tussie get the touch? Yes, he can. Rickamus is going to be up. Dracula tries to play up on it. Doesn't quite get the touch here. Just jamming back. Can he get it around 1? Yes, he can. Does clear it. MJ is going to play up. Maybe looking for a bump attempt here. Jamming, probably going for a center pass. Doesn't quite get it. This was pinched back over to Dracula's court half.
Rickamus was all the way up on the ceiling. I don't know what he thought MJ was going to do there. He's trying to get a ridiculous read there, but nonetheless, Dracula's court on offense. Tootsie able to make a nice save there. Rickamus going to try to get it out of his corner. He does get it across. Nobody from HUZZ Hustlers really has any boost here. Tootsie going to try to stop Jammin's attack. Can't quite. Rickamus going to take it out because no one there from Dracula's court to capitalize on that pass. Rickamus going to try to get it around, but MJ's going to send it far.
Indeed. It looked like we had a little bit of conjunction there on defense on the court half. But MJ is able to kind of relieve this pressure here. Gets a crazy pinch off the sidewall here. Tussie looking for almost a laser shot, but does get that extra little bounce instead. Dracula looking to make somebody awkward. Jammin is going to take over, also looking for a pinch here. MJ is going to go for it, gets it around 1. Can he get it around 2? Not quite. Who is that? Rickamus playing great defense here. Still on the ball here. Can he get around the last defender? No, he can't.
Raptor going to set himself up for a great opportunity here. That shot just a little high. Ball still there. Rickamus is not able to get around MJ. That was a great opportunity for HUZZ Hustlers. Tootsie going to try to take it around. Gets it around. Jammin. Dracula up. Able to shut down that attack, but Raptor's right on it. Going to set himself up. Get bumped on his way. Oh, a triple whiff on the ball there. That is unfortunate to see. This ball staying on Dracula's court's half. Kind of hanging awkwardly there. Dracula going to try to get it out. Raptor there to keep it mid. Can he get another touch? He does get it around MJ. Does he have another one in him? Gets it mid, but Jammin's there to take that away.
Indeed, it looked like Jammin almost went for a pinch there. You can see him leaning forward as he's just trying to beat the defender out here. As you see Raptor whiffing on this save here. Luckily, it went a little bit wide for him. Jammin is going to be up. Maybe he's going to look for a center pass here. Going for a dem on the last man. Doesn't quite get it. He's going to rotate out while MJ rotates up. Great rotations from them. Jammin gets another shot potentially on goal. Not quite here. Dracula is going to take over. Doesn't get the touch that he's looking for. MJ off the back wall. Can he fake one? Jammin caught a little off guard off the double fake. What is even going on here? Puts it high, but Tushy able to clear it away.
Absolutely. MJ going to keep that pressure right on, though. Keeping it in their corner. Gets it up over Rickamus. Going to try to get something centered here. A little back pass to Jammin, maybe. Raptor tries to get it away, but Jammin's right all over that. Hanging backboard. Is anyone there? Dracula up. What a save from Raptor. Tootsie's going to try to take it. Gets a nice 50 with MJ. Rickamus gets it bumped. Raptor's going to take it up the wall, see what he can set up here. Gets one hit mid, but Dracula's all over that.
Indeed, Rickamus taking this one off the corner here. Gets one extra touch around his teammate here. Jammin is going to stay on with no boost, but Rickamus does get the, or Raptor does get the touch here. MJ trying to play for 50. Doesn't quite get the touch. Jammin on the ball. He's a dangerous man off the wall. But Raptor is able to get the 50. MJ gets a reset touch, I want to say. This one's going to pop up. Rickamus still on, able to clear it back towards midfield, but Dracula's court still maintaining that pressure.
Raptor with a nice pop mid, gets it over one bump there. Jammin's awkward opportunity for Raptor. He shoots it right at Jammin. What a save from Jammin, and HUZZ Hustlers not able to capitalize on the opportunity. Still 40 seconds here for Dracula's court. They got to score fast. This ball in their half. Raptor a nice touch. Dracula right there to capitalize on it though, but MJ no boost to turn on it. Raptor gonna try to get a top of the one. Tootsie up. What a shot from Raptor. What a sequence.
What is that? That was like a triple pass in the air. 1, 2, 3. I don't even know what just happened. That was something.
Call it a double commit if you want. I'm calling it a team play. That was beautifully done by Tootsie and Raptor there to give themselves a nice little cushion in this game 4. Keep their series alive.
Yeah, no, how else could you possibly get around the last defender in the air other than between the defender, yourself, and your teammate? You know, that's just the most logical explanation. 15 seconds left. Dracula's court is going to need something to happen right now if they want to keep this one within grasp. But being it's on their half here with a little bit of momentum for HUZZ Hustlers, it's looking like this is going to be wraps on game number 4, and this series is going to be tied up 2-2. This is what we've been waiting for, a game 5 opening day for Div C.
Absolute cinema from what we've been seeing here. Great response from HUZZ Hustlers to keep their series alive, and just great. What a series we're seeing right now. Pretty much both teams are firing on all cylinders. It's been an absolute joy to watch these games, and I'm excited to get our first game 5 of the season.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this again. MJ, get some stats, please. This is like your 3rd Snell match, man. Come on. This has gotta be a DCRL record, man. I'm rooting for you, dude. Just put a shot. Get something. Get something, please, man. But no, I mean, both teams doing very good. This is exactly what we expected. Game 5, not the strongest, maybe most start for both teams, but it looks like they've gotten both of their defenses and offenses just locked down, and we're seeing really low scoring but high intensity games.
Absolutely, and I've really been impressed with their rotations from both teams because it really seems like neither of these teams have played that much together. So to be able to this quickly develop this level of chemistry and be able to work together like this has been really nice to watch. As we see right away, Jamin can't quite get it on, but Dracula's there to finish the play.
Oh my god, what a touch from Jamin. Holy Jesus, just, I would say perfect. That is the best place that you can do if you're looking for an assist. It bounces straight down, really slow bounce, able for Dracula to come in, but obviously I bet he wishes that he kind of put that one on first go.
Absolutely. HUZZ Hustlers seeming to have a bit of issues on kickoffs this game, but they're getting away with it this time. Rickamus gonna try to do something here. Gets it around Dracula, but Jamin's there, gets the boost. He's gonna try an air dribble play and gets bumped for his efforts. Tootsie up, can't quite get the touch, but Rickamus there to clean up the mess. MJ gonna try to keep this pressure on. Rickamus with a nice touch. MJ still on it. Tootsie keeps it to the corner, but right to Jamin. Puts it on. Oh, but Raptor's there to make the save.
Indeed, MJ flipping a little bit early for that one. Got a little eager for that shot here. Jamin is going to be on. Goes for the delay ball. The Dracula does take over. Does get the correct 50 that they were looking for. Rickamus stays home. 50 with MJ. MJ is going to be bummed. Jamin might take over. Nope, MJ is going to be flipping. They do the old pick and roll type method here, and that's going to almost be open. What a diving save from King Tootsie.
Last second able to get that touch. I mean, I think we're seeing a little bit of nerves here from Hustlers. I'm seeing quite a few double commits here. We'd like to see them settle down a little bit and kind of collect themselves because they were playing really good last game. We'll see if they can channel that. Raptor going to try to get something going. Rickamus able to keep them awkward, but Dracula's going to send it away. Tootsie up, hits it to the wall around Dracula, but Jamin's right on it, puts it on backboard. Rickamus going to send it to his corner. Gonna try to follow it, gonna get it around Jamin and Dracula. Opportunity here for HUZZ Hustlers. Touch from Jamin. Rickamus gets a bump on Jamin. Raptor up, can't quite get the shot on.
I would say that was looking very, very dangerous for Dracula's court. Everybody was just kind of caught super awkward in the net, but unfortunately Raptor couldn't quite get the finesse of touch around that last defender. Puts it just wide, preventing their tying up score here. You see Dracula going for an awkward center ball. MJ is patiently waiting here. Can he put this one on? Shot on for MJ. Finally achieved a stat for himself. Thank God. You see Jamin is going to be on the ball with Rickamus. Does get a 50. Raptor gets a demo here, but is cleared back out over to Dracula's court half.
Absolutely, this ball's still there. Jamin gets one on. Raptor puts one on. Open goal. How did that goal get open? Unfortunate. MJ thought he was clear to go get boost, but he wasn't, and Raptor able to capitalize on the opportunity.
Yeah, just an unfortunate touch from Jamin. Probably didn't mean to put it right there, or thought one of his teammates was going to take over right away, but just a free ball. MJ caught lacking on his rotation, and all of a sudden we're about halfway through this game, and we're tied up 1-1. Raptor is up, but what a touch from Dracula. That one could have spelled big-time danger here. Jamin's going to be up 50 at midfield, but is going to go a little bit towards HUZZ Hustler's half. Big boom coming up from MJ, though.
Absolutely. MJ going to go for a demo. Can't quite get it. Raptor able to barely get the clear before Jamin gets there. Dracula with a nice touch, but Rickamus on it. Gets a flick up. MJ is there to save it. Tootsie back. Going to put it on backboard. Dracula's going to take that away. No, he misses the touch, and Raptor misses the touch as well. Rickamus keeps it in the corner. Has an opportunity here, and absolutely shut down from Jamin.
Indeed, MJ still playing defense here. Low boost. Can he get the Dominus flick off? Goes for a little poke. Does get a little awkward bounce here. Jamin looks for it. This is going to be open. Dracula is there and hits the open net. Minute 47 left, leading by 1.
Unfortunate double commit there coming out from HUZZ Hustlers, and that's exactly what I was talking about. Maybe it's nerves. Maybe it's a new team. You're not quite got that communication down. Unfortunate to see. Now they find themselves down 1 and needing to respond in this game 5.
Indeed here. This one's going to bounce hard off the ceiling here. Somebody's going to have to get up. MJ does get the big time clear touch. Really showing off this game with these clears here. MJ still on. What a pass to himself. I don't even know how he got down the field that far.
So true. Kind of a soft touch for Rickamus, wanted to be controlled, but MJ right there on the money, getting himself some stats and some very important ones in this game 5.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I don't know if dude's watching the stream or what, but obviously wanted to put up some stats for himself. Got a shot, got a few saves, got a goal. He's saying, you know what, I'm gonna go all or nothing on this one here. You see him trying to get a 50 with one. Dracula does stay home. This one might be an open net attempt here. Rickamus with low boost. Backflips. Unfortunate whiff coming out from him. And Dracula is just toying with their food. Still got a minute left. But my God, is it unfortunate for HUZZ Hustlers.
Rickamus, he'd love to have that one back, but that's such a hard read trying to get there with no boost. Unfortunate there, and Dracula's Court really opening up the can here in Game 5, just shutting down any hopes of HUZZ Hustlers coming back here.
Yeah, I will say, I don't know what they exactly talked about, but coming off that last game this strong, they got outscored 2-0. So I wonder if they were just, like, hey guys, we got to focus more on defense, got to calm our rotations, allow us to know where we're going to be, and we'll be all good. Because it looks like they were doing just that. The rotations are pretty much clamped down. Oh my God, what an almost touch coming up from, I want to say, Rickamus. But yeah, HUZZ Hustlers are going to have to make something happen very fast to have any hopes here.
Absolutely. Raptor going to try to get that offense going, but Dracula sends it immediately back to the HUZZ Hustlers corner. This ball kind of floating awkwardly there. Jamin has a chance. Tootsie with the save. Raptor going to try to take control. Dracula there to keep that pressure on. Pass out to Jamin. Puts it high. Is anyone there for Dracula's court? MJ is, but met well from, I believe that was Tootsie. Dracula going to take it up for some more offensive pressure. Gets a touch. Tootsie able to read it well. Jamin there, going to try to get something going, takes it to the corner. Can he set up a pass? No, Rickamus has had enough. He's going to try to get something going, but with 10 seconds left, it's looking unlikely.
Indeed, Raptor might go for a double touch here. Missed jumps here. This one's going to be deflected up, and Dracula's Court are going to take their first game of the season in a Game 5.
What a performance there from Dracula's Court in a do-or-die game. Coming out, putting up a 4-1 closeout game after being beat 2-0. Great performance there from Dracula's Court, and great series from both teams, really.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, both teams throwing haymaker after haymaker. There was really no momentum for either team, realistically speaking. Both teams did a great job. Again, I don't know why the overlay is being weird. But yeah, no, shout out to both teams for doing everything that they did. Finally giving us some entertaining. Not saying that the previous games weren't entertaining, but giving us something fun to watch here. We're gonna hope that these guys get into a winner's interview. Hopefully, hop. Gotta tell them to get into the waiting room.
Absolutely, and man, what a great way to open up the Div C season. And like I was saying, Div C, I expect to be one of the most highly competitive divisions in all of DCRL, and I think we saw that today. Just a great performance from both teams, a lot of action, a lot of very solid rotations, and great plays, especially from Dracula. He had some ridiculous angles.
Yeah. It looks like they are in the complete wrong thing. So if any of you guys are watching the stream, scroll down a little bit until you see us. We're waiting down a ways. I don't know why you guys are in your own VC. I can't quite drag you that far, unfortunately. Please, somebody tell them to go to waiting room, please. Not your own VC. Thank you. There we go. Now they're... Nope. One of them did join. And now they're not there. There you go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now they're flooding in. Now we'll drag them in. There, they found the right spot. Thank you so much, guys.
Yes.
Greatly...
Sorry about that.
Greatly appreciate that. I gotta make sure that the winner's screen is right here. Let me just make sure I refresh this so we can see your guys' beautiful faces. Let's see here. Maybe.
Guys, I'm not sweating.
Maybe.
Can we do this?
It's being weird.
Oh.
There we go. There
Let's
we go.
go.
Haha. We've done it. That took long enough. But congrats, guys, on the Game 5 win of Week 1 of DCRL. How are you guys feeling?
Feeling confident.
Before this, we have only played what 4 matches together. That
Fun.
was like
Yeah.
40 minutes before the stream,
Nice.
so kind of had some kinks to figure out, but worked it out.
Yeah, no, for sure. I guess I'll shoot this first one over to the captain here, Jammin. I know we talked briefly just the other day about, Rocket League stuff, and I know that you signed up along with, I want to say, a few of your buddies like 2 days before the signups closed on a wing. I'm
Yeah.
assuming you're enjoying it so far, considering you just had a pretty exhilarating win.
It is great. Yeah, I'm surprised I got that redirect in. It was either game 1 or 2.
That was crazy.
But yeah, me and my buddy joined with 2 days left, and I honestly didn't even know it was possible for me to become a captain. So
Yeah.
this is great.
Yep. No, you get a nice little start for you, first semester ever being a captain. So, and obviously you did pretty good. Obviously you led these guys to a victory in week 1 in a pretty good style. Obviously game 5 getting the heart rate up, but good for you guys there. I'll shoot this next one over to Dracula. I'm assuming the name is after you, hence the name Dracula's Court.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Good stuff. I did notice that throughout the few games, you and Jammin were really balling out. Obviously, MJ was just kind of in the back, saving, making the clears as needed. But you and Jammin were kind of balling out on offense, making center balls and scoring and doing this, a bunch of style off the ceiling, this is that. Was that just kind of like a team chem thing, or is that just like hey, we're gonna play how we want to and hopefully it works?
Yeah, no, we were just playing however we were just playing. And MJ, he was commenting out that he was just sitting back for most of the match, and so I guess Jammin and I ended up in the upfield a lot more. Just kind of happened. We weren't really planning on it, I guess.
Gotcha. Pigeon, you got any questions for these guys?
Yeah, I'll shoot this one over to MJ. Had a few Tony Snell games in there, but you came up clutch in game 5, got yourself a goal, and how does it feel to show up in that game 5 after being beat 2-0 in that game 4? How does that kind of feel? What's your mindset there?
After going down in game 4, we really felt like we should have had game 4. We let it get away with all the shots and everything, but going into game 5, we just reset and just let it. I let these two play their game, and just in supporting them, and then just doing my little thing and just capitalizing on their mistakes was the main thing I did.
Okay, good stuff. Again, congratulations, guys, on the very exhilarating game 5 win for your starting off of season 7. But before you go, I got one more question, not Rocket League related. Obviously, this was apparently your court, I assume. But, considering that HUZZ Hustlers, talk with HUZZ a lot, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much of the effect of the grass was kind of playing into their huzziness or the changing of your court?
Ooh, I mean, dude, it kind of got to me a little bit, not even gonna lie. That was pretty bad. But we got through it. 5 games is what it took, but we got through it.
So it's like a 2, maybe?
Yeah, maybe a 4.
I was pretty unaffected.
That's good. Well, you heard it here first, folks. HUZZ Hustlers could not rizz them up enough. Again, congratulations, guys, on your first win of hopefully many in DCRL, especially Jammin. Hope to see you winning, having a good time here in your first semester. We're going to send you off, though.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Best of luck.
Thank
you.
you.
Much.
Thanks for streaming.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. That is it for them. Hopefully they leave the Discord chat here. I'm going to drag them up and out so that they can't hear us talking crap about them. But that's what we were looking for all night, dude. That's what we were looking for. A nice little Nice little Game 5 action, giving us some content on the opening day. What'd you think of the series?
I mean, it was absolute cinema from start to finish. From the game 1 with the technical issues, going into overtime, to going all the way to game 5, and then Dracula's Court just balling out in that game 5. We saw a lot of great DivC action, a lot of surprising team chemistry from both teams, considering, I mean, Dracula's Court even said they only played 3 games together, 4 games together, so a lot of team building to do yet through the season, but I think we saw some of it live right in front of us.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. I guess if that's all you got, that's all I got. We got one more series here starting very, very soon. It's going to be a much shorter intermission this time. I'm going to be making some edits because I completely forgot to when I was doing the other stuff, so that's fun. But yeah, we will be back very, very shortly with yet another co-caster. Pigeon, have a great night, and we're going to go to intermission.
Absolutely.